action was all over the country in Kumasi, in Koforidua, in Tamale, in Cape Coast, in Accra Day. And so we're doing what we call the regional reports today as we take a look at December in GH. We go into Kumasi, where my very good friend Ebenezer Donko, aka NY DJ, is standing by. He is a media personality. He works with YFM in Kumasi, and he's one guy who was very active during the festive season. And so he is on already. Yeah, Esquire. Alright, Showbiz A to Z on Joe 99.7 FM. Let's talk to NY DJ this afternoon. NY. Hello, NY.
Yes, Kwame Dadzie.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
You're lawyer Bakope.
So I am now.
You see that? Charlie, happy New Year to you.
Many happy returns, bro.
Charlie, how was last year for you?
I mean, once we have life, we can say everything has no. Of course, there will be challenges here and there. But once we look at the bigger picture and hope that we're able to do better, we can only say it's been good.
Great.
It's been good.
Great. And December, we all know on the calendar of the Ghana Tourism Authority, we have December in GH or Dirty December. And not to create the impression that it's all about Accra, we decided to come to you today because we know a lot happened in Kumasi as well. Now, take us through it. How was the feeling like, the fever like in Kumasi during December?
Well, so thank you very much, and good afternoon to the amazing listeners. Yes, December in GH, Kumasi had its fair share as well. You know, initially there were conversations online. People said everything was Accra, and that Kumasi was just about funerals and all that. I mean, these are all parts of the celebrations. But anyway, for December in GH, there were a number of events. Somehow, some of them even started as far as November, with people ushering us into December with some of the events from the likes of Adum Kiki with his Worshippers Night, with other music events and other cultural events that happened in December. So there were a tall list of activities that actually happened in Kumasi. And I wish I could actually list all of them, but that's going to take a long time.
But you can list a number of them because we want to know the type of events that were held. You know, were they gospel events, were they cultural events, were they the concerts? If you can list a few.
Of course, when it gets to Christmas, people really want to spend time with their family. They want to go out. So there were a number of things. I can even talk about some of the things that happened. The cinema culture in Kumasi, for instance, was actually a big one that festive season. Because if you go to the Kumasi City Mall where you had Golden Eagle Cinemas, there were a number of movie premieres, and almost every time you went to the place was packed because we were spending time with their families there to watch movies. Now, when you step out of that and you want to talk about the music concerts, you had a number of artists putting up their own shows. The latest was even Osekum and you had a show just on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it was shocking because, you know, initially Wednesday was supposed to be a holiday and they had to push it forward to Friday. But he had already announced his concert for the Wednesday. And trust me, people were there for the concert till around 8 a.m.
Are you kidding me?
Everybody that you can think of, from Kweku Smoke to IP. Apparently, they had an issue. They had their own beef, but he was still there to support him. They performed together. In December, you had our very own Kim Paluto also put together his own concerts in his area, that Atonsu, where he comes from.
Okay.
Had several artists come through, from Ochame Kwame to Endo Baroni to Fameye to all those artists. You can also talk about our very own from Ejuso. That's Amrado. Amrado also put up his own concert, My Motherland concert, that has so many people coming in. Now, if you talk about, aside these artists or individuals putting together their shows, you had also main music concerts that were organized by event organizers and promoters. Amachide, they were celebrating 50 years in the music industry.
Okay.
And so can you imagine at Mecklin Hotel, there were several thousands of people out there who came to support Amachide. He had several people in there. Now, if you go to the Ratri Park, you had Kudrinchi, you had Jackie, you had Fabe, you had Kofi Kenata. They were all there. So there were a lot of music concerts all over from, you had Wendy Shea, Kiddy, and everybody coming through to Kumasi. Sarkodie at some point was even at Konongo, came through to Obuasi and all that. So many things happen in the Ashanti region. That's even with the music side. Now, if you want to look at other activities that actually happen with artists putting their own shows together, radio stations organizing events as well for that. Now, for people who wanted to check out the pubs and lounges and all that, what I saw was that after Christmas, I saw a whole lot of new places springing up. People putting together new restaurants and all that.
Event centers and restaurants and all that, yeah?
Exactly. I mean, for event centers, I saw just a few, but I saw more of restaurants and eateries also popping up. And almost all these places are almost all the time full anytime you drove in the night. Now, one amazing thing is that you find all springing up around Ahojo and Benyame and that area. So even during work days or during daytime, you could see traffic in those areas. Number one, I had to MC a birthday party. I was coming out back around 1 a.m. and there was so much traffic. And I was wondering what was happening. But I realized that I forgot that, yes, we are in December.
Wow.
But now all that traffic seems to be dying down basically because we are out of it now and people don't have to go to work. So for me, in December, there was so much that actually happened in Kumasi. In as much as there might be some excess, which I don't know if there will be time to speak about that.
Did you mention Kwame Eugene's concert, the High Life concert?
You see, so that's why I said there were so many of them. Kwame Eugene also put something together, and I love him for that. He has been doing this concert in Accra for a while, but he changed the name to High Life Concert. And this was held in Kumasi for the first time at Milan, where he decided to go strictly High Life. I think the last time he did it in Accra, he had the late Papa Yankson on there.
Oh, wow.
And he decided to do it in Kumasi. This time around, he had a lot of people come to. Emilia Brobe was there to perform her single with, Kwame Eugene. He had Brother Same. He had YP. So there was that support. And interestingly, there are so many people there to support as well. It tells you that High Life, which now is a heritage to Ghana, is actually being cherished and being celebrated. And I like the fact that he curated that purposely for people who love High Life music to come out there and celebrate with him. And it was a beautiful experience as well.
And the excesses?
Yeah, excess. So my problem is, almost all these events are announcing particular times for the event. They'll tell you the event will start at 7. Patrons get there, and nothing is set. The stage is not set. Nothing is happening. And people have to stay back till 12 a.m. before performance. Sometimes performances are ending around 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I feel that's more of a punishment for, patrons who have paid money and want to have fun. I think we need to make sure that patrons who spend all these monies wanting to be entertained should be able to have enough time to close the show and go back and relax. But to have patrons come out at 7 p.m., sit back till around 2 a.m. when the main artists will come on stage. By the time they come, the people have even lost all the energy to have fun.
Tell you.
And that means they are not having their money's worth. So I think event organizers will have to be careful to make sure that they give people the experience that they want. Because if they are not careful, what's going to happen is that for the event organizer, you might have made your money. But what happens the next year when you want to organize an event? Families might not be able to move out because if I'm moving with my entire family, I can't sit back and wait till 4 a.m. We have to go back. Now, when we go back, it means that we didn't get our money's worth. So I think event organizers need to pay attention to some of these things and make sure that concerts can start on time and finish on time. Elsewhere, when you book a venue, you are paying per the hour. And so when you go beyond that, it means extra cost for you.
Yeah.
And the venue and, they have it. I think I saw, is it Lexi? I saw Lexi post a funny thing on Facebook about the fact that it's only in Ghana that you are booked for the 12th.
Oh, yeah.
And you perform on the 13th. Because obviously it's going to be the next day. So I think we need to pay attention to that and make sure that patrons have their value for their money. That's one of the things. Again, security. Security is very important. We need to make sure that patrons who attend some of these concerts have the best of security so that when they step out, they are comfortable because I mean, why do I go out for a concert, come back with pains or with problems because I just wanted to have fun? That's a problem.
Yeah.
And another thing that I realized was that of almost all the places I went, I never really saw anything like a medical team on standby or anything.
Okay.
I never saw anything like that. I mean, some of the gospel concerts actually provided for that. If you saw Sonny Badu's concert as well, it was beautiful.
Wow.
But most of the other events, none of them really provided for a medical team that will be on standby. Typically, you hear them announce that if you want to use the washroom or what, you can go to the back, you can do that. But nothing of that sort with regards to medical team or paramedics being around just in case somebody actually suffers from a problem or anything. I think going forward, event organizers and promoters need to pay attention to some of these things so that, everybody is safe at concerts. For the eateries and the pubs and all that, one thing I realized too was that some of these people were now overcharging the people. Places you could actually go without having to pay. Now, people were asking that you pay before you enter. And, when you get into, for maybe a bottle of water that typically you buy for 5 cedis on the outside, you are now buying for 50 Ghana cedis. I hear people say, maybe you are not their target. But I mean, that has nothing to do with target. It's just about people cheating other people, which is not fair. So we need to be very careful about some of these things and put measures in place so that at least it's Christmas. Yes, people can actually go out and have fun without having to think that they have to spend extra, like 5 times what they are supposed to spend just because it's Christmas. So these are some of the things that I think we need to pay attention to.
And what do you think we can do to make December dirtier in Kumasi?
Well, so one thing, I think there were a number of events, but what has to be done has to do with the publicity promotion. There are a lot of creatives, there are a lot of people who think they can do so much in this space, but often finance becomes a problem. And so they can't go over their budgets, they can't put in all the measures that need to be put in place. And that becomes a problem. So if there was any financial muscle or something to assist some of these creatives, if government could actually support some of these creatives and some of these things, I think it would actually make a lot of creatives step out. You realize what the Ashanti Regional Minister did with the Ashanti Fest. Once he announced that, people were able to now approach him with a lot of ideas to put things in place. He announced it within a few days, and then things were already running. So if government support comes in, I'm pretty sure it will help. And then again, private investors would also have to come in. There's something I've said over time that in Kumasi, a lot of our big men and our people who have the money prefer just to, go sit in a pub or something and have their conversations and drink over a bottle of wine or something. But they don't really care about investing in, these event centers and all that. But if they could actually take an eye or consider some of these things, I'm pretty sure it will help in the long run. Because most of these events are almost all the time held at car parks of hotels and all that. And that's not the best experience you want to subject your patrons to.
Good one there. NY DJ Ebenezer Donko, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you very much, my brother.
On Showbiz A to Z, all right? Okay. And that's Ebenezer Donko. He is a media personality in Kumasi, giving us a report on December in GA 2025. Still right here on your superstation, Joy 99.7 FM. It's Showbiz A to Z, and we're doing a review of December in G8 2025, and now we're going around some areas in the country. Let me go on the phone again and speak to Ja Solo. Ja Solo is in the Eastern region. He is also a radio presenter and a tourism curator. Let's speak to him now. Ja,
Kwame,
how are you?
I'm fine, my brother. How are you too?
We're doing well. How is Koforidua?
Koforidua is doing great. I mean, same great weather. We are able to turn up so here we are.
Did you do the how do you call it, the Y&K carnival?
Yes. It came on, Kwame, but unfortunately, it's losing the vibe. Because over the years it's been the same thing. I mean, some things have even been taken off. When the Y&K Street Carnival started some years ago, we used to have a live band set at the market.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
Now it's been taken off for the past 5 years. We haven't had a live band set over there.
Oh.
And it's just been get on the street, people walk here and there, and so it's losing the vibe. Unlike the Japan Jamboree, when you see the setup that is being done over there, you see artists are built.
Japan.
Yes.
Jamboree.
Yes. Japan has a street jamboree.
Wow.
My brother Jonila has.
Oh yes.
And that thing is having a lot of vibe, because of how the setup is done. They have artists on stage, they have pubs, around the same vicinity. But Koforidua in case Street Carnival doesn't have that. So people are moving towards the pubs. That's how Koforidua's setup is. They love to be around the pubs. So if the pubs were to set up on the main YNK Street, then you'll have the numbers there. Because on 24th night, Berries Bar blocked their street. The street on the Kinky Factory Road was blocked upon the number of, the space they have.
Wow.
They still have to block the street to accommodate the number of people coming in. Even that, there was still overflows. Almost every pub in Koforidua was full.
Interesting.
Keko Lounge, name them. So people wanted to come out, but then, the vibe wasn't there for the street carnival. Besides that, which was on the 24th, December came quite earlier for some people. The 30th December. There was a community show on the 20th at the White House Event Center, built by Dr. Manfred of Joy Industries. Community, and Omahine, a lot of people came in. But since the organizers for this event, Sheikh's World, were not quite prepared for the show. So we even saw a video of David Oscar who came to.
I saw that video.
Yes, and not just him. A lot of people. There were no chairs. Fewer chairs to accommodate the people who were coming. At 1 a.m., that was when the first artist was coming on stage.
Wow.
The MC coming on stage as well. 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
Yes, Kwame. That show would have been one of the biggest, but situation.
But did Kojo Ntwi perform though?
Of course he did. Kojo Ntwi came on stage a few minutes to 4 something. He left at 6:30.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
The show traveled in the morning at 6:30 in the morning, and beyond that, Eastern region is very wide, but most of it people don't live here; they live elsewhere. So when it's December, most communities organize this homecoming event.
Yes, yeah.
So we have a lot of them happening in Koforidua, most of the suburbs, with the bigger one being the Betom homecoming.
Betom homecoming,
Yes. Which was last year was the 10th year.
Is it the one organized by Flipman? Richard Entertainment, yeah.
And now GTA is in GTA's calendar for December in Ghana.
I saw it.
Yes.
I think it's one of the few events outside Accra that I saw on the calendar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the numbers always were huge. It had Tulenki on stage. They also had the live band set up. They are doing so well. They are doing so well. So that's on the 26th. Beyond that, there was one show. Same homecoming at Odan, which had Kofi Mole performing there, and a few artists also traveled, into the region. Blacko was at Buedia, Eno Baroni was at Esuum, Famia was also in the same vicinity, Esuum area. Lots of them, lots of musical events actually. One thing that is being missing is how to pull tourists to our region. Beyond Akosombo and a few resorts along the Volta Lake, we don't find much, to sell when it comes to tourism in our region. And let me use this opportunity to appeal to the GTA and the tourism ministry to look at the Abonse slave market. There's a slave market here in the region. It's called the Abonse slave market. And for years, we have neglected. Yes, Abonse.
When you go through Edukrum,
yes,
to that side, to the Dodowa Road.
No, when you're doing Edukrum to Somanya.
Okay, to Somanya. Then you turn right.
Very good.
Okay.
The small town there. Kwame, it's a slave market.
There is a slave market there.
Yes, it used to be a slave market. I've been there with the CEO of Hausa Tours to go see the place. And from the information I have, the archaeology department of the University of Ghana have been there to do their findings and have confirmed that indeed that place was a slave market because they've seen some shackles and all that. They've gathered it to their department in Accra. So I'm pleading with them, just as we've done for Asen Manso and it's having the numbers. Let's also do same for Abonse so that this region can also have something to hold on to when it comes to tourism.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, though.
That is
a good
some
one.
bit of it. But then the bigger one came on the 3rd of January, which was about all the controversies. The year's 10th anniversary, celebrating 10 years in the music industry. Had a lot of support from Kim Paluta, Amrado, coming on stage. Kwame, it was huge.
Yeah, Okonfo Kwade was on stage. How did it go?
I video on the 3rd in the morning, and I activated phone lines asking people, which artists are you coming to support? Or why are you coming? Which artists are you coming for? And almost 90% of the callers were like, Okonfo Kwade. And it was no surprise when Okonfo's name was mentioned. The crowd, they just went gee. It was exciting seeing Okonfo perform. Back to back. It was lovely seeing him there. I'm sure Baroni also pulled up to surprise Sister Fia. You remember from 2019 what happened
yes,
that time? Yes. They haven't really met ever again.
No, the beef triangle, right?
So it was huge when Baroni pulled up to support Sister Fia on the 3rd.
Was it a surprise?
At the White House.
Was it a surprise?
It was a surprise. She wasn't able to perform.
Wow.
But so one thing, I asked Baroni why. She said when we met in Kumasi for the Timpalites show, and when she saw Stefia, they had a conversation. This is something not. It was just a few conversations, and she said, what is a show Koforidua? So later when they called that Charlie, we will come. I'm like, yeah. So I had to prepare and then put it Baroni.
That's a good one. All right. And so that was Sister Fia's event. Was it an event organized for her or her own event? As in, was it organized by an event group? Or was it her?
For the little information I have, it was Sister Fia's event with support from Joy Industries.
Okay, I get it.
Yes, so Joy Industries supported with all their media platforms as well, and it was really huge. And that's the biggest show I've seen at the White House.
Wow!
Since it's in 2023.
Oh, it was reopened in 2023. I thought it was something new.
No, it's not. When it was open, it wasn't an event center previously, but as time went on. How the place? You should come and see the place one of these days.
I will.
And we thank them because we don't have much of event centers in Koforidua.
Okay. Yeah.
It's about the hotels, the pool sites, and all that. But this place is really huge.
All right.
And so we thank them, and then
God bless them.
That they do more for us in the coming years as well.
Thank you very much, Solomon Oakley. He is a media personality as well in the Eastern region. He works with Bright FM in Koforidua, and he's also into tourism. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon on Showbiz A to Z. We are going around some cities in the country to find out how their Dirty December went. All right, so let's go to the Volta region, and talk to Paul Anku Mensah. He's also a media person in the Volta region. He is in Ho as we speak now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, for Kwame. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah, bro. I've not eaten Fetri and I play this afternoon, so Charlie, the air is not coming.
I can pardon you.
Charlie, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good by grace. We're doing well here at the Oxygen region. I wanted to say Oxygen City, but then by extension, the whole region is an Oxygen region. So yeah, we're fine.
Okay. I hear you really had much fun in December. You had a lot of things going on in the region, and let me say Ho, to be specific. Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So for Ho and Volta region in general, we've always been the tourism hub of the country. As early as November, we had the 7th edition of the Volta Trade and Investment Fair 2025. It started in November, the 5th of November. It went into 8th of November. It happened at the whole sports stadium. And thousands of vendors, they came to exhibit their goods and services from morning till morning. Kwame, I said morning till morning because it was the 24-hour economy edition of the fair. So anytime you walk into the stadium, you would find something. I got to town around 6 p.m. I got to the stadium around 7. And yes, it was still happening so late, around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. People were still there selling food, drink, clothes, cosmetics, home appliances, health and wellness products and all that. So that was the Volta Trade and Investment Fair. It happens every year, and this was the 7th edition. It was amazing. It drew attention from, both the diaspora and people from other parts of the country. That was on the between 5th November and 8th December 2025.
Okay.
And so, yes, and then we also had other pockets of events here and there. But there was also the 3rd edition of the Edem Agbana Carnival, far away in Ketu North. Official, and it was organized by the Honorable Member of Parliament for Ketu North constituency. That's Honorable Edem Agbana. He likes, tourism,
yes,
everything that has to do with
arts,
in the region and beyond. And so he put together this event. This is the 3rd edition. And he saw the likes of Chifuan, Kini Eyes, like Beshi, Bello God, Jaffinga, Moganero, and a number of artists. And the good thing about this part of town is that most of the times when we have events, you might not see your regular A-list artists, but come on, the crowd and the numbers are always massive. And that's the unique thing about the region. And so if we move from this particular Edem Agbana Carnival, we'll also go to Street Jamboree inside Gabon. Now, this one put together by Jonila and also Stanley of Charms Hub.
Is Japan in the Volta region or in the Eastern region?
This issue, we'll have to revisit our geography on this one.
Jasolo just mentioned Japan in his Eastern region reports.
So we had the 10th edition of Street Jamboree at the Tariko International School Park. We had several activities, aerobics, street strongers, and a musical concert. They had Kelvin Boy coming to town, Kelvin Boy, Kini Eyes, and a surprise performance by Edem. And so, yes, the numbers keep going on. I remember that the first edition, Sammy Flex mentioned that he was impressed by the turnout, and then he actually compared it to the Easter that we celebrate in Kwewu all the time. And so, the Street Jamboree was amazing as well. And then in Aflao, the border town itself, we had the Allergy Health Walk. It was massive. If you know about this health walk, it is something we always look forward to every year. And this one happened on the 27th of December, the Allergy Health Walk. The pictures on social media are amazing. And so usually we take a walk through the principal streets of Aflao, and then we all gather and then do our thing. Music, food. It happens every year like this. And talking about health walks, we also had the 4th edition of the Facebook Watching Walk. So it made a return because
Facebook Watching Walk.
Yeah, so we call it Facebook Watching Walk. So let me give you an insight into it. So the first, this was the 4th edition. It went on a break in 2018, and this time it returned bigger and better. So basically, we take a walk through some principal streets of Ho, and then we go and gather at the I think it was at the Ho Technical University School Park, where more like an exhibition of Wachi with its accompaniment, if you may. And then we meet, we eat, we network, and have fun basically for the whole day. And so this one had in attendance Honorable Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon constituency, John Dumelo. He's always part of Smartel production, and that's why we saw this event come off, and it was amazing, Kwame. In fact, the list is endless. So we had Team Eternity. Team Eternity came to town. They came to Ho for a program at Voters Serene Hotel. They did their carols night on the 22nd of December, and the crowd. It was beautiful. They came with their A game, and it was all beautiful as well. But let's go back to Aflao again. There's another thing I didn't mention: the nightlife in Aflau.
Yeah.
The nightlife in Aflau is amazing. From Macabo nightclub to, all white parties here and there. We also had the former Togolese footballer Emmanuel Adebayo making an appearance at Binam's Inn all the way in Aflau as well. It's a border town, and so we have other people trooping in from other parts of the West African sub-region, and it's always on point. But nightlife also in Ho was buzzing, from 5-star pub and lounge to Cheers and Sip, Nogora Junction Pub, O2 City Pub, Quincy and Kingsley and Quincy, and several of them, Kwame. Several events. But if I'm to wrap up with some of the things that really went well,
all right,
I'll say that when it comes to numbers, that we've been running this campaign about Visit Volta for a while now. And every year it keeps increasing. And the thing is, it's not just visits from people from the diaspora, but inbound people within other parts of the country keep coming around, and so it keeps increasing. And for the event, another thing that went well, I'll say there's this general sense of, when I say security, because you wouldn't hear of theft cases during this event, and so I'll say security was fairly guaranteed.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
And then the benefits, tourism benefits, a number of them, the hotels benefited. From Sky Plus Hotel, Water Serene, African Hill Resort, Freedom Hotel, Stevens Hotel, Chances Hotel, and several others. We also have Volta Peak cabins inside Amejove. That is where, it's happening right now. And so...
wow. So
it means... Yes. And so, the waterfalls, Mount Afaja, and all of that. Yeah, Kwame.
Volta region was also very dirty in December.
No be small, many of you.
Many of you. Mr. Anku,
yes, so but before I go, Kwame, so some of the things that went quite, some of the challenges, I'll say that, you see, the numbers kept increasing, and then the hotel facilities, they couldn't meet the numbers.
They couldn't meet the numbers.
Yes, so I'll plead to investors that, look, if you want to invest, the Volta region is where to be.
Wow.
You should put in your money in
The CEO of GTA is here. I think this is something that he needs to listen. Paul Anku says they had a lot of people coming into the vicinity that the hotel facilities could not contain them.
Yes. Okay. Yes, it happened. People had to just manage by their cars and then stay on till daybreak, and it was some way, and so we need more facilities. There are several facilities here anyway, but we still need more because the numbers keep increasing by the year. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Paul Anku Mensah from the Volta region, for your report on December in GH 2025. Still right here on Joy 99.7 FM. This is Showbiz A to Z, and we're having a review of all the things that happened in December, from November to December to early January. Yeah, that is December in GH, and that's the discussion we're having. We go into some cities in the country to find out how they also did theirs. All right, and so let us go to the next person now, all right? Okay, so let's pick DJ Quest. He is in Sunyane listening to us now. Quest, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kwame.
Hey, Quest, what's up?
Kwame Dadzie, happy New Year.
Charlie, many happy returns, and I trust you had a very good time during December.
Yeah, sure.
We're still partying, eh?
We are still partying, though.
December in GH calendar actually starts somewhere mid-November into December to early January. So
exactly.
Even I think Amare had her events this week, early this week or so. Yeah. So
yes, and Hotel Kumasi also had the event. I think over the week, the Wednesday.
Wow, great. Now, tell us how December in GH went in Sunyane.
Okay. That's December 5 in Sunyane, and 8 town, then town, live out to expectations, delivering an exciting blend of music, culture, lifestyle, and entertainment. The festive season turned the Bono region into a vibrant hotspot, attracting residents, visitors, creatives, and music lovers from across Ghana. From mid-December to the New Year period, the area experienced a steady flow of well-organized events and created unforgettable memories, boosted nightlife, and stimulated local businesses.
Awesome. That's awesome. So, could you run us through some of the major events that were held during the period?
Okay, all right. So, come let's see some of the major events in Sunyani, Bono region, and environs. We started with the MTN first, which set the tone for what become weeks of non-stop excitement, corporate and lifestyle hangouts, cultural and homecoming festivals, live band, highlight performances, major outdoor concerts, putting top Ghanaian and international artists. It was one of the key events. So talking about something first.
Did you mention international artists?
Exactly.
What's there?
Yes, international artists. So we started with Sun City Fest, opening the event. We have our own FM corporate hangout. We have Sunyani Aquaba Festival. We had an all-white affair. It was 2 days event, and the first on the 2nd January 2026. We had Aquaba live in concert in Sunyani, Mandela. We had Kofi Kinata live in concert in Sunyani. We had Jack live in concert in Jobo. We had Rankin live in concert in Bekum. We had Stoneboy live in concert, Jobo and Tra, one of the town in Sunyani or the Bono region. We had Boomfest. I don't know whether you heard about that. A small town with Wi-Fi, a very neat town. I don't know whether you heard about
Cactus town, eh? Janana's town, right?
Yes, Janana's town. Yes.
Okay, all right.
So they had three-day events featuring Focus Smoke, Wendy Shea, Amrado, Fania, and a host of others.
All right. So these were the events that were held during the period, right?
Exactly.
In your own opinion, what do you think can be done to make December in GH in Sunyani and its environs more vibrant?
Okay, so I think the way forward, limited event grounds, make venues made difficult to, comfortably host very large crowds. Some of the events led to congestion at some events and restricted expansion for future large shows. So the way forward, looking ahead, get to December in a strong potential to go on a bigger and a better what if. Some of the stakeholders should invest in developing and upgrading event grounds and open space. Collaboration between the municipal authorities, private investors, and event organizers. I think in conclusion, that December in Sunyani was a major successful story.
Awesome.
For neighboring towns, showcasing the region's growing influence in Ghana. The human landscape and prove that where the right support infrastructure Sunyani can only with a traditional place destination, energy was high, the music and powerful, and the future looks even brighter in Sunyani.
All right. Thank you very much, DJ Quests in Sunyani, for giving us that report. We're still talking December in GH. We're going to talk right now. PM is standing by Nana. Kwesi Wusu. Nana Kwesi Wusu is in Takrady now. PM, if you can hear me, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, bro. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
Enjoying grace.
Oh, yeah. You're enjoying grace from December to January to December.
Exactly.
Charlie, you are a radio personality, you are an MC, you do a lot of these events and all that. How did December go for Takrady creative industry in terms of Dirty December?
Thank you very much. But even before I get to Dirty December, I just want to look at the early part of the year before December. Many a time we are mostly fixated on December because most of the activities happen in December. But this year we had loads of.
Yeah, Nana. For the benefits, for the purpose of this discussion, I wish we focus on December. So maybe next time when we are doing a general discussion, we can rope in all the other regions and the impact they had on the industry. Okay. So let's do December in GH. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we had Ghana Tourism Authority together with CNC coming together to officially launch Secondary Takradibrona. So with that, they actually had most of the events or major events in the region under one umbrella. So there was an artwork circulating on all socials listing all the major events happening in the region. So when you pick the artwork, you know what is happening here on the 5th, what is happening here like this till New Year. So I think it made things so easy for people to move around in the region. You had lots of people trooping in. I recall some of my friends who were moving from other parts to Tadi were not even getting buses because there were lots of people traveling from different parts of the country and the different parts of the world to Takwadi just to experience Xmas in Tadi.
Yeah, Nana?
Bro.
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I just want to take you through some of the major events that happened in the year. That is December in Tadi. Briefly.
Great.
So according to the lineup, we took off with an event on the 5th of December. That was Empire Family Picnic put together by Empire FM. We also had Dine with a Street, which is a kids charity festival in the region. We had Ohima Mercy coming to Takwadi for the very first time with a Tahila experience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for the very first time, she came to Tadi for Tahila experience.
No, what was it? Was it in December?
Yeah, it was in December.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 14th
Beautiful.
December.
Beautiful.
To be precise, 14th December.
Wow.
It was big here. And we had Ghana Tourism Authority together with Center for National Culture also launching on Max 360. This is part of the masquerading festival that we have here. Almost all the masquerading groups do their unveiling of their uniform, which is part of the culture. But this time around, Ghana Tourism Authority together with Center for National Culture brought all of them under one umbrella.
Wow.
And they did the launching of their dresses or their outfits for the various masquerading groups at the Takrady Mall. So it was an event on its own.
So the GTA did that?
Exactly.
Oh,
together with Connect FM. And that was big at the Takrady Mall. So they did that unveiling before we officially took off with the masquerading festival and the carnivals. That was on the 18th of December. From there, we had Cowbell Family Fanfare, also an event for kids. And then Kofi Kenata came through with a youth seminar on the 19th of December at the Palms. That's a seminar for the youth in the region. And on the 20th, he had the Made in Tadi concert, which is currently like the biggest event in the region. Having all the big names you can think about, from Medical to Sarkodie to Kwame Eugene to Samini, name it. And all the upcoming guys in the region also getting a chance to mount that same platform, which I was privileged to be one of the MCs. And I've been with the team for the past 8 years now. So that was also on the 20th of December. And then we had Supreme Anchors Village. So Supreme is basically the biggest masquerading group in the Western region. And they had their own carnival, as compared to the other carnivals organized by media houses that other masquerading groups attend. Supreme, being the biggest with over 7,000 members, organized its own
did you say 7,000 members?
Pardon?
7,000 members?
7,000 plus members.
Wow.
Yeah, so they organized their own carnival known as the Supreme Anchors Village, partnering with Connect FM. And it was very big. I was the host for that one as well. And we had Christmas at Akomakarios. Akomakarios is just like in Zulezu. They have the buildings on the water, on top of the water, and the hotel rooms and all that. They also had a Christmas at Akomakarios on the 24th. And we had a food festival known as Asanka Rave, also at Takrady Mall. So many vendors came together. So basically, if you're moving through town and you want to get food, that is where you go to. We had Maggie and other brands coming on board to make it happen, and it was very big, also at Takrady Mall. And then West Side Carnival, put together by Sky Power. They've been doing this for 2 decades now. It was also held. Empire FM came through with Tadi Fest, which is also their carnival that they do every year on the 25th. And When Love Goes Wrong, that was a stage play put together by Evans Apreku. He's a director, just like the way we have Uncle Ebo White and Co. doing a stage play He also had that stage play put together at Accra Plaza, one of the very popular event centers in the city. And then the nightlife was beautiful. I mean, all the clubs, all the pubs were flooded. I mean, you go there and you don't even get a place to stand because the whole place was choked. All the big nightclubs you can think about, from Arena to Swagger to Replay to Moods, name it, they were all choked because people had lots of foreigners in town. I mean, the beautiful part is seeing white people wearing these masquerade dresses, and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. And also some of them moving to our tourist sites as well. In Zulezu and Co, they come to town, they bus them to all those beautiful tourist sites as well, and they come and jump during the masquerade festival too. So that was one of the things that actually made some of these foreigners excited in the city. And we climaxed everything on the 1st of January with Efia Carnival, which is like the last major carnival held in the city to celebrate masquerading festivals.
Wow. So it appears the masquerading festivals, these are, let me say, the staple arts forms in the area, right?
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much, Nana Kwesi Wusu. He is also called PM, a media personality, an MC in Takoradi, talking to us now about what happened in December in Takoradi. Yeah, so giving us a clear picture of what transpired in the various places, regions, cities in the country apart from Accra. Yeah. Now we go on the phone lines again. Let's talk to Manny K. He is in Cape Coast, also a radio presenter and event organizer. Manny.
Kwame.
Bibi Ashe.
Ya mena adumo ya pom ye fine wa so.
Bibi Ashe record. Charlie, let's look at December in G8 Cape Coast, man. I've been seeing you guys do a lot of things in Cape Coast, you know, from the Central Music Awards to all the other things like do, tourism, arts, culture, and you particularly, Manike, you've been doing a lot in the industry in Cape Coast. Tell us, what's happened in December? How dirty was December in Cape Coast?
Right, thank you very much. I want to say afternoon to your listeners as well. So, looking at dirty December in Cape Coast and some parts of Elmina, I would say that it was generally vibrant this year. There was quite a number of activities that ran through the city. The atmosphere was charged. It was very festive and engaging, both locals and then the visitors from outside the region, from Takoradi, Kumasi, Accra, and even the diaspora. They came to take part in the Dirty December that happened in Cape Coast. Of course, the scale wouldn't be that big as Accra, but the event created a good momentum for the people in town, and that of the diaspora. In terms of events, I would say that it was quite a mix. We had music shows, like you rightly mentioned, in November. We had Central Music Awards, which is the 14th edition, organized by Heritage Promotions. And we also had lifestyle events. There was this fashion show that happened at Elmina Beach Resort by the people in Elmina. It was actually people from that town that put together that fashion show. And then also a clubbing event. Club 161 was very vibrant in December. It hosted quite a number of people in the club, and some cultural showcases as well from Afro Touch also happened in December. And we also had an event that brought together minds, intellectuals at Ridgewell, and that was put together by the KE Impact Foundation, where we had speakers coming through from GTA, actually a collaboration with GTA. It was under the December in Ghana calendar, yes, that inspired Cape Coast. So we had the Director of Corporate Affairs, Mr. Bright Asempa Chadide, coming through, and then also we had the Omahin gracing the occasion. We had speakers from Kumasi and Accra, Amanda Jesse, we had Osami Kofi, we had NYDJ, we had the Deputy Director of NIB, that's the National Investment Bank, Mr. Skillful, also gracing the occasion. So we brought together creatives from the central region to Jojo and have a plan for the year, which is 2026 for Cape Coast and then Elmina. So I would say that we had our share of the Dirty December in Cape Coast, but the only thing is that we didn't have, listen to the people from Accra, Kumasi, Koforidua, and Takoradi, we didn't have any events put together by outsiders, but these are events that were put together by people here in Cape Coast and Elmina. So we dirtied ourselves in December.
That is positive, right?
Sure.
Your own people put together your event, right? But did you have concerts?
We had concerts. We had one large concert. It was part of the Afro Touch event, so we had artists coming through to Grace location, and then also Abankese, which has been happening for 4 years now. You know Dead Body, right?
I know Dead Body, Kwesi.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
Kwesi.
he's also from this town. So every December he puts together a concert called Abankese, and that has a cultural bit, and then also that of the Gen Zs coming on stage to put together their crafts and art on stage. So that was the major concert that we had outside together with Afro Talk. Apart from that, the rest were clubbing and nightlifing, and then the brainstorming that we had at Ritual put together by K Impact Foundation.
Thank you, Manike Emmanuel Buckman, for your time this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Showbiz A to Z, right? Manike is a media personality and an event organizer in Cape Coast. We just heard him tell us about what happened in December. Let's go up north and speak to Shaharan Suhini in Tamale. Shaharan. Good afternoon.
Kwame.
Yes, my boss. How are you?
I do, bro. How do you say?
Charlie, everything cool for here. Let's talk about December in GH in Tamale. How vibrant or otherwise was it?
Well, December is already a festive season across the country, and everybody is actually enjoying the Yuletide, trying to connect with family, friends here and there. But when it comes to events like concerts to connect with the December in GH, we didn't really have one big concert to celebrate December in GH, but there were snippets of events. For instance, in November, I think that was late November, Kofi Kinata was in Tamale, and this was a private event with a pub, that's King David, and also somewhere in the middle of December, I think 20th December, Jackie was also here.
Jackie was in Tamale, right? Tamale.
Yeah, Jackie was in Tamale.
Okay.
But like I said, it wasn't a concert. Like it was an event organized by King David, which he's begun doing, I think, every December. But aside that, we didn't really have a giant concert like we saw in Accra and other places like Accra and Cape Coast. Come again?
Not even one.
No, we didn't have a single giant event in December.
You guys have Fatland, you have Makasio, you have Fancy Gadam. None of them.
Exactly. Usually, what they do during December is they rather get gigs across the region that they go and perform, but they don't really stage their own shows in Tamale. Sometimes Makasio, for instance, normally will prefer to have his event early of the year, like for instance on the 14th of February, he's going to have his own event at the stadium. And in the middle of the year, Fancy Gadam would also have his own at the stadium. But like I said, the artists were having their own small events here and there. But with regards to activities lined up for December in GH, when I checked, the event that was captured on the calendar had to do with a fashion show which was supposed to happen on the 20th of December. But that couldn't come on. And per my checks, it had to do with resources. And per what I saw, the contractual agreement between the organizers and the GTA was that the organizers were solely responsible in handling anything monetary. They had to deal with it, but they would only give them a platform to promote the event. But anything monetary, it was solely the responsibility of the event organizer. So I would want to use your medium. Sometimes I think what makes December sometimes Tamale becomes a bit slow, unlike Accra, Kumasi, and Takrade. Reason is many event organizers have the belief that Tamale is Muslim dominant. But what people fail to understand is we have a lot of Christians in Tamale. So event organizers should take advantage of we not having big events in Tamale in December to try do something just December this year. This year, we wish to see giant event organizers taking advantage of we not having any big event in Tamale in December to do something in Tamale, so that it will be an annual thing that the people will be always looking out for. But in the meantime, during the Unitides, we don't really see those giant festivals like I've heard colleagues say about Accra, Kumasi, and Accra.
Wow. We are praying that things change. Maybe this year, maybe we see a change in the event held in Tamale during December. Maybe people from elsewhere will come there and organize the events. Maybe Uncle Francis can do. Thank you.
Uncle Francis should think of something. Let's collaborate and do it. Uncle Francis should think of something. We can collaborate and do it.
On us?
The Christians in Tamale also deserve some giant events in Tamale.
Yes. Thank you very much, Shaharan Suhini, for your time this afternoon on Joy 99.7 FM Showbiz A to Z. We've been going around the country to scan some areas, to see how their Dirty December went. Yeah, and already we've spoken to